Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition. And we're back at Skyhold. I'm not even entirely sure what I'm going to do in this episode. Probably... just go back to Emprise du Lion. And, clean up some stuff over there, I guess. It's probably what I'll do. But first we'll do the war table. Right. And more of this. I don't really need... Let's just give us more healing potions. That seems fine to me. Help the people of Sarnia. Mistress Pulan's supplies have reached Sarnia. Food and clothing are being divided among the populace according to need. In thanks, the town has given the Inquisition several tons of their best granite as building material. Okay. Press Orlesian nobles. The Orlesian nobles were most happy to pledge their loyalty to both the throne and the Inquisition. Their generosity is matched only by their desire to avoid the same unpleasantness that took place at the Winter Palace. Okay. Ooh, I got an Orlesian throne accessory. Nice. From the heart. Right. This is the marriage thing, and I was gonna give this to Josephine. I can bestow a morning Hala, but I've got... Oh, really? Of course, I can't do that yet. Ugh. Opening the roads. While the Inquisition has done much to remove threats from the roads of Orlais and Ferelden both, it is not the same as reliably securing trade routes. An altogether more expensive proposition, Bonnie Sims nevertheless feels the Inquisition is on the cusp of achieving it. With further commitment, the Inquisition can arrange that merchants of our various interests will be free to bring their wares. It is well worth the effort. Josephine says, investment in each will ensure they travel safely. Nothing surpasses a proper entourage. Liliana says, mandate specific travel times. We cannot be everywhere all the time, but we do not have to be. Cullen says, we don't have the manpower, but we don't need it. Exchange the promise of local militia for trade opportunities, and the roads will all but secure themselves. Sure.
All right.
It looks like I have a ton of stuff for Josephine to do right now, and not a lot for anybody else. It's like, apparently finding Samson's weakness is only for Josephine. Probably supporting Vivian is only for Josephine. Like, goodness gracious. Bestow a morning Hala. In light of the information you gave us regarding the truth of the events at Red Crossing, we would like to offer a sign of mourning to the village. Since both sides played a part in this tragedy, honoring the village with one of our Hala seems appropriate. If it could be kept there, it might remind both sides of the fragile beauty of things that journey to places where they are strangers. I understand that the villagers of Red Crossing do not trust the Dalish given our history. If you could convince them to accept this tribute in good faith, it would be greatly appreciated. Keeper Howen. Josephine says, I can twist the noble who controls Red Crossing into accepting this, but it will end 2 marriages and lead to at least 1 duel. Liliana says, with the right rumors, the villagers in Red Crossing will think they are being granted custody of a captured trophy to honor their victory over the Dalish. Cullen says, if it's this important, we can march the blasted Hala in with some troops to guard it. Sure, just to give her something to do. It's not necessarily ideal, but... Alright. I don't want to... I'm I'm gonna have to wait until Josephine is ready to do the Dagna thing, and I have to wait to finish the main. I have to wait to do the main mission, the next main mission, until after I've done, until after I've finished Before the Dawn. So I am kind of a little bit stuck at the moment. What I'm gonna do. What I think I'm going to do for the moment is, as I said earlier, probably just go back to Emprise du Lion and try to clear out some of the stuff over there. There's not a ton that I can do until I decide to do all of those dragons, which I probably won't do all of those dragons until closer to the end of the game. But I still do have a couple of things that I can do in Emprise du Lion. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to go to Suladen Keep. Who should I bring? That's a good question. Something like that. We'll start at Suladen Keep because I think Josephine's friend there at Suladen Keep has something for me. And I'll head across the bridge. Yeah, you, sir.
Good day, your worship.
What's up?
Any news, Baron?
Judicale's crossing has been rebuilt, thanks to our combined efforts. Scouts have spotted a dragon flying through the hills. If this is a high dragon ready to spawn, there is reason for concern.
Anything
Any
else?
news, Baron?
We plan to push into the region to make it safe for trade and travel.
And anything
Any
else?
news, Baron?
By request of the people of Sarnia, Mistress Poulin, Town Elder, has been delivered to Skyhold to await justice.
Yeah, we know that.
Any news, Baron?
Our operations seem to be going smoothly, Inquisitor.
Cool.
I shall take my leave.
Alright, so yeah, there's 3 more dragons here. I don't think I'm going to do any of them today. I'm just going to... mess about a little bit. I'm going to go back to the tower camp. And we'll sort of head across the bridge.
Inquisitor, make a smile upon you.
Inquisitor.
Yep, that's me.
We should look around.
Yep, that sure is a dragon. Amulet of Death Siphon. Sure. Hector in his time of dying. Hector is one of the Chantry's anointed. In Andraste's time, he was Lord of Navarra and one of the Prophet's most loyal followers. According to some Orlesian legends, when Maferath betrayed Andraste and Tevinter captured her at Hector's stronghold in Navarra, Hector leaped to her defense and was shot full of arrows. He survived long enough to see Tevinter soldiers drag Andraste away. In this particular depiction, Hector appears as a young and handsome man, lounging in a position many consider inappropriate to the depicted subject. Some have decried the statue, arguing that Hector seems to be greeting a lover rather than grieving the betrayal of his prophet. Cute. Let's see here. Oh. Got some more Red Templar guys over here. Surprise, surprise. Cool. So this is another quest to do, which is always fun. Let's see here. Again, I'm not gonna fight the dragon just yet, but I do want to find... Well, I might as well. Which one is this, even? Is this a frost? Probably. I'm gonna leave. Let's not. Let's not and say we did, guys.
She's very big.
Come this way, guys. Just gotta keep all of you close for a little bit. So I have this sort of proximity heal for my regen potions here. This is like usually supposed to be like some kind of resort or spa type thing where it's like, you know, natural hot springs, I think is the general idea. So like rich people come here to take the water. Ah, a rift. A rift I can probably do. Whoop. Alright. See what I can do with that. Oh, are we done? Oops. Oh well. Oh, need that. Anyway, let's get this other tower thingy. Alright. Good stuff.
They were staring at me.
Who's they, kid?
In Skyhold. The servants in the courtyard. They were looking at me and whispering.
It's the hat. Kind of hard to miss. Don't worry about it.
What's wrong with my hat?
That's going to take a while. I'll explain clothes when we get back.
Leontine's Steward. The statues decorating the pools of the sun depict Havard, Aegis of the Faith and disciple of Andraste, bearing the prophet's ashes to safety. However, when Grand Duchess Leontine commissioned the statues for placement around the hot springs, she recommended her steward Bellamy to the sculptor for use as a model. Rumor has it the steward Bellamy was Leontine's lover, and she wished to see his heroic form wherever she turned. Leontine commissioned at least 100 of the statues. Well, you know, can't fault her for using her power and influence for her own ends. I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt anything, I guess, so... Sure, whatever floats your boat, girl. Alright. It's hard to see where they're gonna pop. But I think that's a spot, so we'll try that. Alright, where did you go, you little booger? Ugh! Oh, cripes. Alright. Fine. We got it. We got it. Wonder if they could give me some kind of special reward for having played 600 hours of this game. Because I have. I've played 600 hours of it. I broke the 600-hour mark the other day while I was recording, so that's fun. I've been playing this game since release in 2014, so I suppose all things considered, 600 hours. Where is my party? Are you guys stuck? You seem to be. This is a pain in the butt.
None survive. You cannot kill us all.
Right, that was really messy. But, okay, that got really buggy. That was my bad. Probably, for getting people stuck. But, whatever. Okay. There's another guy over there. But I'm gonna grab this first. Yeah, and that's just the other dragon. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of Felindaris over here. And I need it all, so... right. Sorry, I need, like, so much Felindaris right now. Speaking of Felindaris, since I have some, what I probably should do is go to the hinterlands and, like... and, finish that one final quest that I still have sitting in my quest journal in the hinterlands. Because otherwise, I don't have a whole lot left to do. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get it out of there while I'm here. And then, like, honestly, some of this stuff, a lot of the rest of this stuff I'm probably just going to do off screen. And I'll probably, there's 4 more optional dragon fights left to do, I believe, 4. Well, actually, I still have 5 because there's the one in the Hissing Wastes. I haven't even unlocked the Hissing Wastes yet because I'm not going to do the Hissing Wastes until after I do the Arbor Wilds. So there's 5. So I'll probably just do like all 5 dragon fights and make just like one long episode, maybe, or like 2. It might end up being 2 episodes, just like 2 episodes that are just those last 5 dragon fights, and then that makes them relatively easy to skip if you don't want to bother watching a bunch of dragon fights, 5 more dragon fights, because, like, I don't know how fun they are to watch after, you know, the 3rd or 4th one, because they don't have a ton of variation. Like, there's some variation in them, but, I mean, most of the variation comes from just, like, if you use different strategies, different parties to fight them. But like the dragons themselves, while they're all cool and the fights are, you know, a fun challenge to play, I don't know how fun they are to like watch if you're not the one actually playing the game. Okay, the heck. So I'll probably I'll do them on screen and post them, but I'll probably like confine them to their own episodes. Since they are since I just feel like they might be tedious otherwise. Anyway, I just wanted to do this on screen because it's my very last Hinterlands quest, I think. I think this is the very last thing that I have to do in the Hinterlands, so, you know, I feel like it's got it. I feel like it should have its own special little moment. The moment I clear the Hinterlands from my quest journal, you know, it's special. It deserves a moment of silence. Look at that, and it's a friggin' wraith. Which is fine, it's just a wraith, like, they're pretty easy to deal with on their own. But there you go. And that's the Hinterlands. Finally done. Like, 2/3 of the way through the game, and I'm finally done with the Hinterlands. And I hopefully don't ever have to come back here again, except maybe to, you know, gather some stuff. Fun times. Look at that, it's gone. It's gone, you guys. I also, if you'll notice, got the Exalted Plains out of my quest log because I finished up a couple of last things there. So yeah, it's mostly just, again, I want to basically before I continue the main story and do what Pride had wrought, I would like to get the Emerald Graves and Emprise du Lion out of my quest log. I'd like to basically finish them before I continue with what Pride had wrought. And I'm going to save the Hissing Wastes for after what Pride had wrought, and then I'm going to do the Deep Roads and the Frostback Basin are DLC, and I'm going to do those after I've completed the entire main story. I've made that decision. I've played all the DLCs multiple times, and I've done the Deep Roads and the Frostback Basin stuff both during the main quest line and after the main quest line. There's not really a ton of difference in terms of how they play or whatever. You do sometimes, like, you know, you get some ambient dialogue that's slightly different depending on if you finished the game or not, or depending on if you finished the main story, right? So, like, characters will acknowledge that you've defeated Corypheus. Right? I don't think it's a spoiler. It shouldn't be a spoiler to say that, you know, we do succeed in, like, the end game here is defeating Corypheus, and we will succeed in defeating Corypheus. And so if you do those DLCs, after you defeat Corypheus, then there is, like, occasionally dialogue that pertains to that from NPCs. You know, they'll say things like that you, oh yeah, you're the one who defeated Corypheus, that's cool. You saved Thetis, whatever. So that's really the big difference there. Otherwise, it's not significant. And of course, the third DLC, Trespasser, doesn't even become available to play until after you've completed the main story of the game, because that Trespasser is actually specific to a post Corypheus Thetis, and so that will of course be the very last thing we do. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit of a short episode, but I don't... in order to continue doing what I'm doing, I need to continue before the dawn, basically. I need to finish before the dawn first thing next episode, so that's what I'll do. And I can't do that just yet because I'm waiting on War Table stuff. So, and I know there's a mod that makes all War Table missions instantaneous and basically removes the time limits. But I don't want to mess up my game by putting a bunch of mods in. Since I'm recording, I don't want to risk messing up any of my recordings or messing up my game by putting a bunch of mods in the game. So I'm basically playing it vanilla. I have played the game with that mod in place though, and it is kind of nice to have. But anyway, but that's my reasoning for not playing with any mods in this playthrough, just because of the whole recording thing. But anyway, I'll leave it here. And so yeah, next time, hopefully I'll be able to finish up before the dawn. And some other stuff. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.